And now you see me at my most human. Never seen any of the old Star Trek movies. I just really like that line for some reason. Readers, if you've been following along with my recent string of videos, and you would know that today marks the last day of DCEU Month. And so I would like to spend this Readus Reacts answering the question the majority of the fan base who currently like these string of movies are asking ourselves right now. And that question is, now that Dawn of Justice is a thing, where do we go from here? And in my humble opinion, the quick answer to that question: up. Readers, I expected for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice to be met with just as much controversy as Man of Steel. As one of the majority of you who has grown up with bad superhero movies like Daredevil and Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, I know how easy it is to point the finger at one specific person, especially when that one specific person is the director. And if anything, I hope that my videos this past month has educated you to know that it's not necessarily just the fault of a director. It's also the fault of a writer. So when I see people who completely blame Zack Snyder for how Man of Steel turned out and for how Dawn of Justice turned out, I'm just like, no, honey, no. David Goyer though, no. Because whereas I did enjoy Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice along with a bunch of other DC fans, I still acknowledge that the movie could have been better if Chris Terrio was allowed to completely veto David Goyer's script and start completely from scratch. And this is coming from somebody who liked Man of Steel, but acknowledges that it has its problems and could have been better. Which is why in my review I only compared Batman v Superman to Man of Steel, because it's the only one that makes sense considering that this is the next installment. It's like you're not going to see me compare Dawn of Justice to fucking Dark Knight. No, why? But readers, by the time you are watching this, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice has made back the money that it's cost to make it, plus a hefty sum of profit worldwide. And the movie is only on its first week of release here in the US, which means it has a good 4 more months to generate revenue. Me seeing Dawn of Justice assured me that Zack Snyder is still the right person to be the Kevin Feige, or Feige, of the DCEU. It also has people looking forward to Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck's own Batman series, and anticipating Justice League next year. Especially since Justice League will not be touched by David Goyer at all. In which case, because of this, I believe more people will be on board the DCEU once it comes out and once people see it. Slowly but surely, the DCEU is forming into something that I can get behind. Yes, it's going to have its flaws, just like any other series. And not everybody who loves the DC universe is going to get behind all of these movies. But to say that being a true DC fan involves not liking this current series, it's kind of a bit of a stretch. Because I grew up with DC. I grew up being a fan of Batman and being a fan of Superman. And thanks to both of their animated series, I grew up gaining an appreciation for all these characters, from Wonder Woman to Martian Manhunter to Green Lantern to The Flash, to everybody that was introduced through the Bruce Timm verse that got me interested in picking up my very first DC comic book and learning about them that way. So I will call myself a true DC fan. I've been calling myself one ever since I was little. And I do that still liking Man of Steel enough to point out its flaws and its mistakes and the reasons why, and thinking that Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice was an improvement and still enjoyable and not a cluttered mess, yet also realize that it's flawed and could have been better. Because I'll tell you one thing, out of all the movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that I have seen, none have put me on the edge of my seat or got me emotionally invested like the scene that I mentioned in my video defending Man of Steel, and near the end of the fight with Batman and Superman. And as I was watching, I was like, Don't, please, don't, no. Oh, thank God. Batman and Superman, and later on the rest of the DC universe, instilled a pillar of aspiration within me. I relate to these characters because of their ability to not be relatable to us. Which is why I'm not real big fans of Spider-Man or Iron Man. I feel like Marvel characters to a certain extent are too relatable to us. But DC characters, I see them accomplish wonders, and I realize I could never ascend to that level. But I try anyway. I look at Superman and I'm like, I'm never gonna have his powers, I'm never gonna have his strength, but the one thing that I can obtain is his morality, is his vision for mankind. I may not have Bruce Wayne's money, or his tech, or his gadgets, or his knowledge of every single fucking martial arts known to man, but I can strive to have his determination. I can strive to have the will of a Green Lantern. I can strive to want to push myself as far as the Flash can. I don't want my superheroes to be like me. I want to be like my superheroes. And that's why I was, am, and always will be a DC fan. You know, with no disrespect to Marvel. So readers, with that being said, your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comments section below what you're looking forward to seeing next in the DCEU. It could be a movie, it could be a character, or it could be more critical, like better writing, better directing, better acting. Because I believe that DC has finally gotten to where they want to be in order to spread these characters to the masses. And in one way or another, I can't wait until they start impacting other people's lives just as much as they've impacted mine. Anyways, this is Readus 101, and I hope you enjoyed DCEU Month. Class dismissed.